Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Right now, it's generating about 70,000 thoughts per day. And here's the scary part. 80% of those thoughts are negative, and 95% are the exact same thoughts you had yesterday. This means your brain is literally programmed to keep you exactly where you are. But what if I told you that everything you've ever wanted is just one mental shift away? Let me tell you about two people I know. Sarah and Mike both wanted to start their own business. Same age, same education, same circumstances. Sarah's mind told her, "You're not smart enough. You don't have enough money. What if you fail?" So she stayed at her job, complaining about her boss for another 5 years. Mike's mind told him the exact same things, but here's the difference. Mike had learned to control his mind instead of letting his mind control him. Today, Sarah is still at that same job. Mike sold his company for $2.8 million last year. The difference wasn't talent, luck, or connections. It was mental mastery. And by the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint Mike used to reprogram his brain for success. Here's what most people don't understand. Your mind wasn't designed for success in the modern world. It was designed for survival 50,000 years ago. That's why it constantly scans for threats, focuses on problems, and keeps you in your comfort zone. Your brain literally thinks that trying something new might get you eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. But here's the good news. You can rewire it. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, and it means your brain is like clay that you can reshape at any age. Technique number 1. Mental rehearsal. This isn't just visualization, it's mental programming. When you vividly imagine performing an action, your brain creates the same neural pathways as if you actually did it. Olympic athletes have been using this for decades. Here's how you do it. Every morning, spend 10 minutes mentally rehearsing your ideal day. But don't just see it, feel it. What does success feel like in your body? What do you hear when you achieve your goal? What emotions run through you? Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. When you mentally rehearse success daily, you're literally training your brain to recognize and create those situations in real life. You're programming yourself for success before you even get out of bed. Technique number 2. The identity shift method. Most people try to change their actions while keeping the same identity. They want to lose weight but still see themselves as someone who's not good at fitness. They want to make money but think, "I'm just not a business person." Here's the secret. You always act in alignment with who you believe you are. If you see yourself as unsuccessful, you'll sabotage your success to stay consistent with that identity. But if you see yourself as someone who achieves their goals, your actions will automatically align. Start asking yourself, what would the successful version of me do in this situation? Don't try to become successful. Start being successful right now. Successful people don't procrastinate, so you don't procrastinate. Successful people invest in themselves, so you invest in yourself. Your identity creates your reality, not the other way around. Technique number 3. Thought replacement therapy. You cannot stop negative thoughts, that's impossible. But you can replace them. Every time you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, immediately replace it with an empowering one. Instead of, "I can't do this," think, "I'm learning how to do this." Instead of, "This is too hard," think, "This is making me stronger." Instead of, "What if I fail?" think, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" The key is speed. The faster you replace the negative thought, the less power it has over you. This isn't positive thinking nonsense, it's cognitive restructuring. And it's backed by decades of psychological research. You're literally rewiring your brain's default thought patterns. Technique number 4, the pain-pleasure principle. Your brain is always moving you away from pain and toward pleasure. The problem is, most people associate pain with growth and pleasure with comfort. So they stay stuck. You need to flip the script. Start associating massive pain with staying where you are and massive pleasure with achieving your goals. When you think about not pursuing your dreams, imagine the regret you'll feel in 10 years. Really feel that pain. When you think about achieving your goals, imagine the pride, the freedom, the fulfillment. Feel that pleasure. Your brain will automatically start moving you toward whatever you associate the most pleasure with. This is how you hack your own motivation system and make success inevitable instead of optional. Technique number 5, environmental programming. Your environment is constantly programming your mind, whether you realize it or not. If you're surrounded by negative people, negative news, and negative content, your mind will be negative. If you're surrounded by success stories, growth-minded people, and empowering content, your mind will reflect that. Audit your environment ruthlessly. What are you reading? Who are you following on social media? What conversations are you having? What shows are you watching? Every input is programming your subconscious mind. Start curating your environment like your success depends on it. Because it does. Unfollow accounts that make you feel worse about yourself. Stop watching news that fills you with fear. Start consuming content from people who've achieved what you want to achieve. Your mind becomes what it consumes. Technique number 6. The failure reframe. Most people's minds are programmed to see failure as proof they're not good enough. But successful people's minds are programmed to see failure as data, information that gets them closer to success. Every time something doesn't go according to plan, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I learn? How can I improve? And what's the opportunity hidden in this situation? This trains your brain to see setbacks as setups for comebacks. Thomas Edison didn't fail 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He found 10,000 ways that didn't work. That's not just a cute saying, that's literally how he trained his mind to think. When your brain stops seeing failure as a threat and starts seeing it as feedback, you become unstoppable. Technique number 7, mindful awareness. You can't control what you're not aware of. Most people are controlled by their thoughts because they don't even realize they're thinking them. They're on autopilot, letting their subconscious programming run their life. Start practicing metacognition, thinking about your thinking. Throughout the day, pause and ask yourself, what am I thinking right now? Is this thought serving me or sabotaging me? Is this moving me toward my goals or away from them? This creates space between you and your thoughts. You realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. And once you can observe them, you can choose them. This is the ultimate form of mental control. Here's what most people get wrong. They think controlling their mind is about forcing positive thoughts. It's not. It's about becoming the programmer instead of the program. It's about consciously choosing your thoughts, your identity, and your environment instead of letting them choose you. Your mind is the most sophisticated computer ever created, but it came without an instruction manual. These 7 techniques are your manual. They're how you upgrade your mental operating system from survival mode to success mode. Start with just one technique. Maybe it's mental rehearsal every morning for the next week. Or maybe it's doing a thought replacement every time you catch yourself thinking negatively. Small, consistent changes in how you use your mind create massive changes in what you can achieve. Which technique resonated with you the most? Drop a comment and tell me which one you're going to start with today. And be honest, what's one limiting belief that's been holding you back? Sometimes just writing it down robs it of its power over you. If you're ready to take complete control of your mind and your life, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Your brain is constantly being programmed by something. Make sure it's being programmed by content that serves your highest potential. Share this video with someone who's stuck in negative thinking patterns. Remember, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of mastering your mind. The question isn't whether you can achieve it. The question is whether you're willing to become the person who can. Your mind is waiting for instructions. What are you going to program it to create?